Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to the video on power systems. Today we are going to discuss the short MCQ questions based on the performance of transmission line. There are some theory questions and there are some numericals based on the performance of transmission line. Myself Ganesh from Kekebag Institute of Engineering Education and Research, Nashik. What is the outcome of today's session? At the end of this session, the learner will be able to apply the concept of performance of transmission line. So let's see what concepts we are going to apply. What are the ABCD values of the short transmission line? In case of short transmission line, the parameter A in the transmission line, always A is equal to D, and this is always 1 for the short transmission line. The B is equal to Z ohm. C is equal to 0 mho or Siemens. So this is typically for the short transmission line. So which is the correct? ABCD parameters 1 Z 0 1. So the option is C is correct. The ABCD constant of three-phase transposed transmission line with linear passive element. If all elements are the linear and the passive elements in the transmission line, the parameter A is always equal to D. So only A and D are equal, B and C are not equal. Keep in mind. Okay. But for that, it is line must be transposed and all element must be linear and passive. For the transmission line, among which relation is true? In case of transmission line, the characteristics equation is always AD minus BC is equal to 1. So the option D is correct. Which among the following methods are used for the ABCD calculations of the medium transmission line? N condenser method, only T method, only pi method, all of these. Actually, all these three methods are applicable for the analysis of medium transmission line. On what concept the electrically short, medium and long transmission line based on? Okay, so short line, medium line and long line are based on the physical length. In the short transmission line, the length is below 80 kilometer. In the medium transmission line, it is greater than 80 kilometer but less than 200 kilometer, and in long transmission line, greater than 200 kilometer is in the long transmission line. So it is based on the physical length. The capacitance can be neglected in which among of the line? So the capacitance is neglected in the short transmission line only. While modeling the short transmission line, we consider only resistance and inductance. We do not consider the capacitance. Why? Because the length of the transmission line is low, so that as the length is low, you can say, and the voltage level is also low, hence the shunt charge taken by the shunt capacitance is also low. You can say the capacitance value is low, Xc is very high, hence the charging current taken by the shunt element is very low as compared to the load current, hence this component can be neglected. In a short transmission line, the voltage regulation is 0 when the power factor angle of the load at receiving end side is equal to. Okay, in the short transmission line, if this is RL circuit, so obviously whatever you connect the load over here, due to this RL, the power factor may not be unity. So this load must be equal to this, must be compensated to this, means this load must be RC in nature, where you should have XL and XC is equal. So for that, what will be the power factor in this case? So the cos phi must be equal to unity. To keep this cos phi unity, your load should be having the power factor of tan inverse of X by R. So this is the correct option. For A and D parameters in the medium transmission line, whether it is a T or pi, A D is equal to 1 plus YZ by 2. Keep in mind, whether it is a T model or whether it is a pi model, in the medium line, this equation is always true for T and pi. So A and D are equal and its value is 1 plus YZ by 2. Let's see the next one. Let me increase this font so that it will be visible to you. In nominal pi method, in a nominal pi method, among which these are divided into two half. So in the pi method, we know that the resistance and inductance is concentrated at the center, and the capacitance are divided into two parts. Shunt capacitance are divided into two parts. So here it is a y by 2, here it is a y by 2. Hence it is a shunt capacitance. This is the correct option. What happens in the long transmission line under no load condition? Okay, in case of long transmission line under no load condition, due to charging current, okay, so due to charging current, your receiving end voltage is greater than sending end voltage, which is also known as Faraday effect. So receiving end voltage is greater than sending end voltage, that is sending end voltage is less than receiving end voltage. Okay, so hope you understood this all. Let's see some numerical based on this. So I have solved this numerical for reduce this video duration. A single phase overhead line, so see here it is a single phase given overhead transmission line, delivers 1100 kilowatt at 33 kV, 0.8 power factor lagging. The total resistance and inductive reactance is 10 plus 15 ohm, 10 and 15 ohm respectively. What is the sending end voltage? So see, receiving end, in this we can see the receiving end power is given as PR 1100 kilowatt, VR is 33 kV, and cos phi r is 0.8. For short transmission line, we already know that A is equal to D is equal to 1 and C is equal to 0 mho, and B is equal to Z, that is R plus Jx, that is 10 plus J5. So we will calculate the current first. So PR divided by VR, as it is a single phase, I have not divided it by √3 because it is a single phase line. So PR divided by VR into cos phi r minus cos inverse of 0.8. Why taking the minus? Because the power factor is lagging in nature. Okay, so 1100 divided by 33 into 0.8, 36. So this is in kilo, this is in kilo, so kilo will be get cancelled. You will get this in terms of ampere, but for further easy calculations, I have converted this into the kilo ampere. So I got the receiving end current. So we know that the formula of Vs is equal to AVR into BIR. So A into VR, as it is a single phase, I have not divided it by √3. So A is equal to 1. So substituting the value of B, this is the value of my IR. Why this IR I have taken in kilo ampere? Because this voltage is in kilo. So the drop must be added in the kilo form. So that I have taken the current in the kilo ampere. Okay, so 33.709. So it is option number 1 is correct. So IS is equal to IR in the short transmission line. We know that in the short transmission line model, so whatever the value of IS, it is the same as IR. Okay, so IS is equal to IR. Now we want to calculate the sending end power factor. Power factor is always the cosine of angle between voltage and current. So cos phi s is angle of Vs minus angle of Is. So angle of Vs is this, angle of Is is minus 36.86. So you will get the power factor 0.7956 lagging, because load is a lagging type. So this option is correct. I want to determine the efficiency. So I will determine the sending end power. Sending end power is equal to Vs Is cos phi s. So Vs, this is in kilovolt, this is in kilovolt, kilo ampere. So kilovolt multiplied by kilo ampere, you will get the result in terms of you will get the result. If you calculate it on the calculator, you will get the result like this. But kilo multiplied by kilo is in mega, but I want it is in kilowatt. So I have shifted this decimal point 3 digits here. So it is 1117.5 kilowatt. So receiving end power divided by sending end power, receiving end power is 1100 divided by 1117.3 into 100. So you will get the efficiency of 98.43. Okay, so hope you understood this problem clearly. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can chat me in the chat box, so on the YouTube channel. So I will reply there if you are having any doubt. The next question is, this is the common data for the question number 14 and 15. A overhead three-phase line. Here the three-phase line is given and the power is 5000 kilowatt at 22 kV, 0.8 power factor leading. So power factor is given as leading. The resistance and reactance is 4 ohm and 6 ohm respectively. 4 ohm and 6 ohm respectively. So it is a 5000 kilowatt, 22 kV, and it is the 0.8 power factor. So we will determine the current. So in the short transmission line, we know that A is equal to D is equal to 1, B is equal to Z is equal to 4 plus J6 ohm. So we will calculate the IR. So 5000 kilowatt divided by kilos, this I will get the current in ampere. Its angle is cos of 0.8, but I have taken it as a plus because it is the leading power factor. So it is a 0.164, 36.86 in kilo ampere. So how to determine the Vs? Vs is equal to AVR plus BIR. So these all are the per phase value. Keep in mind, because ABCD parameters are per phase, hence Vs, VR, IR must be taken into the per phase value. So A is equal to 1, VR is equal to 22 by root 3 plus B is equal to 4 plus J6. So IR is taken in kilo because this is in kilo. So IR is also taken in terms of kilo. If we calculate this, this will give you 12.6 689, but this is the per phase value, so we have to multiply it with the root 3, then it is giving 21.81 at an angle of 5.3. so this is the sending end voltage. How to calculate the voltage regulation? Voltage regulation is mod of Vs upon mod of A minus mod of VR upon mod of VR. So A value is equal to 1, so Vs is 21.8 minus divided by 1 minus 22 divided by 22. Here you can see the regulation is coming as a negative because the power factor is leading, so I'm getting the minus 5.5% approximately the voltage regulation. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed this video. So kindly subscribe my channel, and if you are having any query, you can chat in the chat box. Please, if you like the video, press the button of like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.